Mr. Hinckley, I'm back from university.
You went away?
Yeah.
Prison?
Where did you get your, your foundational skills of being a director?
I was just watching so many films, like everything from Abbott Costello to old Eddie Murphy films to, Ridley Scott films, Spielberg films. I literally, I'm a library of like films, so I used to watch as much as I could, and I used to read as much as I could about those filmmakers and read about directing, and I used to study it as well.
Let's get into you and your career, man. The Weekend. What was it like, and how did the creation of that film come about?
I've always wanted to do a feature film. I've got a strong tie in comedy, so I wanted to do something that kind of like took it to the next level. So yeah, we just started developing it. That was like quite a few years ago, about 5 years ago, and yeah, we just made it independently.
So, tell me a bit about you. Like, what was your journey like? Why did you even get into filmmaking?
One of my friends, they had a camera. So we used to recite loads of these comedies and sort of just tell each other jokes. And then from that, we just started making little short films and clips, and it just sort of built from there. So we always had like some sort of like comedy edge to everything that we were doing. But yeah, it just started as like a passion of just, spare time. Let's make this film, let's recreate that.
But what kind of things made you laugh as a person? Because I think sometimes maybe it's reality, but...
Yeah. I think reality, I always get inspired by, walking down the street, and I think when I was growing up in Peckham, there was always like so many characters. I don't know if everyone knew Peckham back in the day was a different Peckham to what it was now.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was just in Brixton just trying to queue up to get into a club. I was underage at the time, and this guy comes up to me, I was like, don't draw attention to me, bruv, man. And then he was just coming, he's like, yeah, bro, he goes, I'll sell you some stuff, And I was like, no, don't sell me anything, I don't want anything. He goes, no, I've got a toothpaste, I've got a toothbrush, I've got a kettle, I've got all it. And this is like real story. I was like, bro. But there was just like loads of characters all the time. Even, you go to the local pub to try and sneak in and watch a football match, and then, you just had like the local old geezer just like, yeah, you're right, mate. Like, let me tell you about the war and that. But do you know what I mean? It's just such a kind of like really funny place to sort of grow up in, because you had like people from all over the world there.
Yeah. Then you started to maybe take it a bit more seriously and realise, I want to be a director.
Yeah.
What was the time that made you have that decisive moment?
I think I was a teenager at the time, and I was loading cameras, like real film, but I was terrible at it. So I was too slow at doing it.
Okay.
And then, so I couldn't do it. But while I was there, I met a director on set who's quite a big director, and then I started assisting him. So as I was assisting him, I was always talking to him about ideas, and then he sort of gave me inspiration to just like go shoot my own stuff. He goes, why don't you just shoot your own stuff then? So I used to literally take the old film stock from the film sets, keep it in my mum's fridge, and then use it to shoot like little short films and music videos.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I sort of started.
How difficult is it when you have the big studio films to actually get an independent film into cinema?
Yeah, it's massively difficult, because we actually became the distributor ourselves. So we literally put it in the cinemas ourselves, came up with the marketing plan to get it to our audience. And then after that, I think Netflix came knocking on the door, and they really were impressed by our range and how we marketed the film. So yeah, it was quite an achievement in a sense, because you've got big studios trying to sell content to studios, and it was kind of like a blessing for us to do that, to as a major platform.
Going forward, what's your plan to ensure you can make the kind of films that you want to make?
I really have one eye on sort of doing like fantasy and horror and elevated horror. I think that's something for me that's always been like my passion. But getting there, I think I have to sort of like build a sort of name for myself in terms of like doing more commercial films.
Cool. Funny story. We're all laughing.
It sounds like the key to your story is basically being a self-starter, or don't be afraid to be a self-starter.
Yeah, I think if you just have the ability to do it, and if you're inspired to do it, then just go out and do it.